What's going on, Magic players? We got another challenge here, Desperate Measures. So let's take a look at exactly how desperate we need to be. Urabrask, Bosch, and Death's Shadow. Can you use them to win this turn? So, alright, let's take a look at this field here. She's at 22 and has a bunch of dudes, and we've got a couple of dudes. 4-4 Trample, which is essentially worthless considering the circumstances. 4-4, 4-4, 2-5, just a bunch of meat shields really. None of them have any significant abilities. Urabrask is awesome. Creatures you control have haste, and their dudes enter the battlefield tapped. 6-7 Fatty, where you can gain some or deal some direct damage, which might be useful. But then this guy is the real key. Death Shadow gets -X, where X is your life total, and right now we're at 12. He's a 1, so that means he's getting -12, so his standard is a 13-13. And I feel like that's actually significant to know in order to do the challenge, because suppose he was just like a 10-10 and, you know, had some other wording on it, or, you know, something like that. Like, if you didn't know he was a 13-13, some people might not assume that he can go all the way up to 13 if you're at 1. And so knowing that that's actually the case is, I think, unfortunately kind of convenient. Let's take a look at our hand. Flame Weave deals 4 damage to target player and each creature he or she controls. So that's sweet, because that would take out everything except for these two guys. But then they would still be a couple of blockers in our way. Earthquake deals X damage to each creature without flying and each player, so that'll help get us our life down to make him bigger, help get her life down, kind of significant. Phase Shield has an interesting ability called Fateful Hour. If we have 5 or less life, instead every permanent I control gain protection from the color of choice as opposed to just one card. So that tells me immediately, especially since it just costs 1, that we need to find a way to deal 7 damage to ourselves to make this happen. And then Phyrexian Processor, you pay any amount of life to put out a black minion there, which I don't know if we're going to necessarily get the chance to do, because that's going to be a lot of mana. 8 points, or 8 cost, even though it would get haste. It's more important that we just need to pay the amount of life with it. So the challenge itself is actually pretty easy. It's just a quick little bit of math. If you take the time to think about, oh, you know, trying to use Flame Wave and attack with this stuff, or trying to make a token and then attack with this stuff, you can realize pretty quickly that it's just not going to be enough. So after a little bit of thinking and doing the math in your head, it's unfortunately simple, where you just cast the and you have to pay 7 life to get us down to 5. Because what we need to do is cast a 4-point Earthquake, which will take out her 2 green blockers. And it'll kill Urabrask, but, you know, whatever, so be it. He's not too important out there. So we have to pay 4 more life and make sure that 1 Plains is still available to be used. Because once the 2 green blockers are gone, she's at 18. These guys are now as powerful as they're going to get, 18 points of damage. And then Phase Shield can allow us just to make everything protection from blue, which means that none of them are going to come and play as a blocker. Proceed to combat step, swing for the fences, and deal 18 points of damage. So there is the next challenge. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy, catch you later, and peace.